This goes out to the mother who is the mother in care of Steve's son. I want to see Steve with his son reunited, okay, guys? So I'm taking out the ruins because gamers played games with Steve's life, right? The gamers took his life. They took his son, right? So here comes the ruins. Oh, huh. It's the fire, right? It's the fire going around because bullshit is being spun. Fathers who can leave their kids also take away because that Chihuahua Benny Keys spinning hate because Lacey is in me because this patchouli oil just came back as I started this because my husband said come and eat and I said no, I gotta save this part. So Lacey is telling me Benny Keys is starting fire, starting bullshit. He took away a child from a man that Benny Keys is not a man, right? Because his mother doesn't know he's gay. Because, right, she's very Christian and she will tell him you will burn in hell. But those of us who believe in Ishtar's garden, before everybody put labels about who and how and what you could love, we all loved everybody. Because Ishtar's garden, we felt the horrors of pain and love. And we allowed those men, right, Mr. and Mrs. Shipley, and the SEALs out there, we allowed those men to release their pain so they could go back to their families. And only in circles where, like Fox of the Howl Hunt, where men sit around fires that Tiffany Marie tried to put people down. But around fire circles is where we tell our stories and our lies, right, soldiers? Because I met a few of you, right? Remember me? I know you do. And there on this side, it's the footprints of God saying, right? Remember that old poem? When somebody asked him, God, I just see one set of footprints, right? And God said to that person, it's because I'm carrying you, right? I swear a lot because I've now become a bear and I'm going to have a sweat lodge. I wish I could be poetic like Griffey. But female bears are different than big bears. Griffey has the most wonderful woman. And when I get release what I need to release, I'm going to talk to that lady because she gave me her phone number. Right, Mrs. Griffey? Lovers you from Canada. Hug my Griff because he's a bear. Right? And he has a handlebar mustache. And he saved his dog. He didn't kill one like Benny Keys. That's why I believe in Steve, because I go back to your channel, Steve, but I cry. I hear your voice and I cry. And Sandra's telling me just give him time. So the next ruin. It's my star. It's a moon, but my family gave me a star. Where I tell every person, the star Kimmymonster is for every manic depressive person who is off the medication that turned us into zombies. And a lot of people lost their children. A lot of people died. But my family loved me enough to say, you're Kimmymonster from the day you were born. And you're Kimmy Doolittle because animals love you. And my family loved me enough to say, hey, you get a star before you go to sleep. Because I got my feet on the ground and I have a star up above, so. Lovers you. And on the other side. Oh, wait. So what I said to infamous truth teller, and I said this and I talked to SP, right, SP, when we got to talk on the phone. My other beautiful woman that said, like, hey, thanks for letting me sit at your kitchen. And she said, remember, because I know she is, because, oh, I'm so sorry, SP, because you're a very religious woman. Because I got in trouble for saying BS in the chat. Oh, SP, I love you. And I'm gonna, once I can afford to pack up the shawls, they're on their way. Right? Because I'm a woman of my word, okay? Because I told everybody back then that Darian Brown's innocent. And we're gonna get him out of fucking jail. Just like War Machine, right? War Machine should never be in jail because that fucking bitch. He went into the cage. He beat one. Went home to his lady. And she was with another guy in bed. Fuck. If oof, let's just say, oof. Remember I said at the end of Rambo, Last Blood, right? You ripped my heart out. Put my hand in there, take it out. But before he died, hot in the throat, and then cut his balls off, right? Because don't forget, women aren't as nice when we do stuff, right? Why do you think I said Israel Keys? When the snowfall thaws, bodies and pails will be found of his kill kits, right? That's why people don't build on sacred ground. Remember that community that burnt to the ground that I watched. And then the hostage taking, that the video as I was writing to Duty Ron. And all of a sudden the clip went poof, gone. And I said, Benny Keys is in Texas. And this ruin is. It's the stakes. I think it's, you know what it is? I think this now. I think this before I leave, because this is the last ruin. I think this is Benny Keys Because remember, I know my tattoos and what I get on me. Everything has a meaning. I want to see that fucking dude's tattoos. Because he talks about no thanks' tattoos. And I know tattooists. They aren't just tattooists, they are artists. They know what they fucking put on you and why you want it. So Benny Keys, I see you. And this is the fish. This is the fish, the emotions. This is water. This is water. So I'm going to drown out everybody. I'm going to drown out everybody. Because little by little, people are coming and seeing and asking why you guys didn't pick up my phone calls. Because I am in Canada and I tried to get you guys to go and see that good cop that you want to say he's a bad cop before he retires. He told you then, by not standing behind those fucking murderers, that he was a good fucking cop. So goodbye from Snowball Nation. Sir, I think you had your police force watching Kimmymonster and saying, we better say something. And let's go get a whole bunch of more of those fucking lying piece of shits. Right, sir? And sir, can you go and talk to Stevie A.B.'s wife and say, listen to the song No Mother? Because Steve A.B. Watchman is a really good guy. And I want to be in the vehicle when he goes out in the desert. Even if I am scared to death of the desert. Because good cops trusted me and will trust me again. Right? Lovers you from Snowball Nation, where Ukrainian people were giving gifts of sight because of what their ancestors saw. What I said in the video that was taken down, I said AB was just like Hitler, going around gathering a bunch of people. And everybody is going to jump off the trains of the train of the YouTubers that I will out, right? Because I warned you guys, I reported it to YouTube long ago. And like Mr. McAfee said, and why he ate shit at the end of his life is because he saw what it did to the families, right, sir? It broke up families, it took families from being together. And look what the cell phones are doing now. People walk by people and feed the dog, right? Thank God Griff's a good guy and saved his dog. But Benny Keys will have the spirit of the dog that he killed to the end of his living and breathing life. And as Lacey's perfume hovers around this house because I got shit again. Love you, Lacey. I understand.